Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Hello.
Today we're going to be talking about when we went to the Columbus, what is it, Nationals? Internationals?
It was the big national, the United States Championship before Worlds. It was like bigger than a regional. I think it's called Internationals, but it was the U.S. version.
And we're going to talk to you guys about it while we open four on four pack battle with Scarlet and Violet Palette Evolved packs.
You want to talk about some of the stuff we got first? Like some things that we got there?
Our shirts. Show
Okay.
them your shirts.
So the Pokemon Center, we couldn't get an appointment, but we lucked out into getting there pretty early on. And so she got a hoodie sweatshirt in the size she wanted. I got the shirt that I wanted, but it's actually a little bit big. And they were really low on inventory. So we were lucky to get what we got. Some of the other Pokemon Center stuff are the sleeves. We wanted the mats and things. Yeah, if you want to, here we can. But they were out. Like and this was, we got there Friday at about 9 a.m. And I guess Thursday's when it opened up.
And all the mats were gone. And
they had allotments per day. I want to say they had 50 mats per day. And we heard things about people, like the first 15 people in line cleaned them out. And some people were buying 4 at a time, which to me doesn't seem like the best. But overall, we ended up getting an ETB, which was cool for Palette Evolved.
And we also got the Snorlax plushie. But the good thing about it is that it is the Pokemon Center edition, which is currently sold out right now. And then their prize support was really, really good at the event. So we were able to get a lot of different prizes. One of the prizes he got was...
That's what I ended up getting.
The giant Gengar pin.
Yep, that is my prize.
And then got this pin bag.
For the kiddo.
And the other thing we got is the mat, which you guys will see in a second.
Yeah, when we got the cards, it's the mat that's behind. But outside of that, it was actually a lot of fun. We did only side events. We did a couple build-in battles, which unfortunately was only Scarlet and Violet, which is kind of sucks because we thought, well, it's Pokemon and Palette Evolves a new set, and that didn't work. But it was cool. And then we did a couple Ditto challenges, which you essentially open up a pack, play with what's in a pack, do 2 prize cards, and have a Ditto card that you can use to evolve any Pokemon into any Pokemon. And then whoever knocks out the 2 prizes wins. We did one pre-constructed standard deck one that we didn't think we were doing. And that's part of the problem, is that the side events were not very well organized at all, which I would say is the big knock on Pokemon for this whole thing. Their prize support was amazing with what we spent for side events and what we got in return, because she went 2 and 1 both sealed events. I went 2 and 1 and then 1 and 2 in the other one. But we got really good pulls. She got the what card did you get?
I got the Miriam and the Miraidon.
And you got the Miraidon, like the special art one, and I got the Corridon special art, actually from the same one, but she got the Palmo, which also, just that deck was insane. So I guess she is itching to open up packs, so I guess that's what we're going to do. Let me get the camera set up here, and then we can get that going. Is there anything else that you want to bring up about?
We can continue to talk about it while we open up the packs. So one of the things that we did first day is we did the build and battle, which was kind of interesting because there were a bunch of people and they only did the pairings on one wall. Like they had one big pillar. I think I got something. Yay, another Chien-Pao EX. Yay, now I got 3 of them.
I think you got 4 of them now.
I'm not sure if I got 4 or 3 of them. Okay, your turn.
You've got this is the mat, if you can see it. It's got the Espeon and Umbreon. And
but I feel like with some of the other events that they've done before, like other card companies have done before, they could have definitely organized it a little bit better when it comes to showing the pairings. Because they could have done a QR code or sent it to your email. Instead, it was just for the side events, it was just one long paper, and everybody had to go there to see it.
Yeah, it was for Pokemon being as big as they are at this point, the organization of the side events was absolutely wretched. And it had nothing to do with the judges. It was Pokemon itself, the way that they set it up. The judges were awesome. Like, all the judges that we interacted with were awesome, and kind of seemed to be hamstrung by how it was being run. Still paper and pencil ways of turning in pairings and, putting sheets on, this tower thing so that people all have to crowd around to see the pairings. There's things that it could have been a lot better with the way that it was organized, and would have made things a lot smoother. They've got the technology to do it. I know that other big companies like Magic and things do that, but somebody on the level of Pokemon, that would be my biggest complaint, is it just didn't seem like that was where it could have been.
And when we were doing our building battle, we also got a chance to meet Real Breaking Nate. Mm-hmm. And Marie, I had her sign an Espeon Funko Pop there, and they were really nice and really sweet, and we really liked them.
Yeah, we watched their stuff and, watch the videos when we can. They were there. We were hoping to see them. She actually was lucky to spot them while we were in between rounds on our first day of doing the build-in battle. And luckily we were able to get over there and chat for a little bit, because by Saturday it was so packed you weren't going to see anybody. Unless you knew where you were meeting up with somebody, good luck.
I also heard some stuff about how like there were some Wi-Fi issues that went on with the Pokemon Go events.
I think it was also affecting the they do the video game as well. They do all the championships for all the stuff, and I think the facility's Wi-Fi was kind of having some issues, and so that ended up being kind of a pain, it sounded like, for those people. But like I said, the side events and going just to do the side events and looking around, I think that's actually probably the way to go without having to deal with the stress in the main event. It's just I really wish that Pokemon would take the time to better organize. They've been doing this for a long time, and I expected it to be like on a higher level, because I've done smaller events for like Fantasy Flight games and things like that, and it's similar to that, but the crowds aren't near what they are for a Pokemon event, so that's why it was a little disappointing. And we ended up getting a Noivern. Sorry, they're slipping down here. We're trying something new. I think next time we'll put some felt on here to keep it from slipping. Just trying to think of anything else. Was there anything else that was...
There's just, all in general, all the staff were super nice. Which is something that I think more people should talk about.
Yeah, and I think all the judges were volunteer.
Walkabilly EX.
Nice. That's the alternate one, too. This kid has got the luck at pulling from this set. Now, lost my train of thought on that one in particular. Oh, yeah, we did some cosplaying. Was that your last pack?
Yep.
We did some cosplaying as well. I didn't last long. I only did about 2 to 3 hours in mine. That's why my facial hair is kind of gone. I did Professor Saguaro from the new game.
And
had the
I dressed up
stash
as Serena.
And cut all the hair off. It's getting donated to Wigs for Kids, but I had the hair for the event. So that is something that we did as well. And you were Serena. We actually got some pictures with some Pokemon, some costumed Pokemon people, like from the Pokemon Company. That
we were able to take a picture with Sprigatito and Quaxley and Fuecoco, and they were so cute. But I'm a little bit confused on how you were able to fit actual people in those costumes.
They were small, and labor laws would say it's not kids, so it's probably little people. But even for little people, quite small. So
like they were shorter than me, and I'm like 5 feet.
Yeah, like substantially shorter, though. It was almost like, thinking in hindsight, looking back, it was almost disturbingly creepy how short they were. So I don't know. I think we're doing a quick recap on what was pulled there. I'm just double checking. I'm looking through mine. I think mine was the Noivern is all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all you pulled.
Yep, again.
So I win!
Kiddo wins. And then that Squawkabilly actually is one that people are really looking after. I'm now really liking putting him in decks as a one of, which a lot of people are doing, because it can really help you get kind of that professor's research style thing if you're going first, because you can get a nest ball, get it out, and then you can do what you can with your hand and then essentially get a new hand. So it's almost like having the access to a trainer turn one. And then if you go second and you can do that and a professor's research, you can fish through like a 30-year deck pretty quickly. And that is pretty substantial getting yourself set up. So I like him quite a bit. I like that artwork a lot. We've got the full art, and I think I purchased the regular art early on because I just wanted a copy of it. So I think we've got all three now. But that one is by far the most awesome.
Also, one of the interesting things about Noivern is the Noivern and Noibat, I'm pretty sure, are the only dragon-type Pokemon in all of it.
In this set?
In this entire set.
Yeah,
which is weird.
They're not doing a lot with the dragon Pokemon right now. They might bring them back later, but I think they did one in the last set as well. I can't remember, but it looks like I think they're only doing one dragon.
I get confused because I always just see one basic Noibat with a 10, with 110 attack, and I'm like, why is it there? Like, why'd you need to make it?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the dragon Pokemon are cool. It's just the multiple energy thing is, I think, the reason why they don't see more play, although Giratina sees a ton of play, but they do that Lost Zone thing with that as well. So, but for sure, I'm digging the Squawkabilly. I know she's very psyched about the Chen Pao thing because that's definitely enough for her to get rolling with that deck. I think that's probably about it for a recap. I don't know that there's anything else. You want to show them the lanyard? Yeah, I could show you guys. This is. She could not find hers, but these lanyards that they gave us, these are with our the spectator badges and the lanyard that it came with, and then they were different. They had different evolutions on there depending on whether you were spectator, staff, different all judges, access. Things like that. It was pretty cool. They all had the different ones. Like the spectators. I'm sorry. The main people who are participating in the big event had the first three. They had, Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon. And
then the staff had the normal spectator badges, but with an Eevee in the middle.
No, I thought they had Sylveon on theirs as well. I know I saw Sylveon.
That was for all access passes.
Okay. But yeah, it was definitely cool. I'm not sure. I don't think that level of championship is probably going to be here in the Ohio area every year. We are new to Ohio. We've only been here about a year ourselves now. And I believe, though, there'll at least be regionals. So we definitely want to do something like that again. We had a blast with it. Lots of people. It was really cool, though, overall. We saw some awesome cosplaying going on. The Meowscarada was crazy. They had somebody
who had a full-body Meowscarada costume.
That looked like something you would get from, like, a costume shop. It was, like, the full-blown, had the big oversized head and stuff like that, but it was so super well done. There's probably pictures out there.
And, like, a head-to-toe full-out Grusha costume with all of the details was also very cool.
Yeah, so there was a lot of cool stuff going on. There was a couple vendors that they had that was a way that people could trade in cards, which I would not. The lines were huge, but they did have a lot of singles there. Between what she has pulled and what we were able to get there, we now have the complete full art line, not full art, trainer gallery line of all the three new starter Pokemons, because she's actually pulled the final evolution of all three. She's pulled Quaquavel twice, but she pulled all the big ones, and
the entire Quaquavel line, every single Quaquavel card there is, I have it.
Yeah, like the gold, silver, all the full arts. I had to buy the Fuoco one locally here before we left. I could have got it there. It was $10 here locally at a store, and I thought it'd be so difficult for someone to actually be willing to get rid of it, that I just snatched it up. But the cool thing is you were still missing the middle one for Quaquavel. I think it's Waxwell.
Yes.
And I was missing Crocodile, and they had them there. And so we just finished those up, and now she just finished up the Tinkatunk, or Tinkatink and Tinkaton line. So
what did you say?
Tinkatink, and then
you said Tinkadink.
Tinkadink. I don't know, something like that. There's Tinka-Dinka-Winka. I have no idea. It's Tinka something. Tinkaton is the final one.
Tinkaton, Tinkatink, and then there's the middle one.
Exactly, which I don't know either. So, but outside of that is pretty much all that we've got, I think, for today. Did you have any other stuff to go over, or anything else you wanted to point out think we
Not except for have a great rest of your day, no matter where you are.
have a good one. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.